So going back, I want to invite to the stage Ümit Bilginer, and he will be presenting his current research. Thank you.
Thank you, Francisco. Today, I want to answer one question. Can we breed cows that produce less methane? To answer that question, let's look at this plot. In 1960, a cow produced almost 13,000 pounds of milk. But when it comes to 2020, the cow produced almost 28,000 of milk per year. Same breed, same country, in 60 years. The heritability of milk yield is 20%. Just 20% of the heritability is from genetics. And still, we doubled it. That increase came from two places. The first one, 40% came from management, including better feed, better housing, better healthcare. But 60% came from genetics, from breeding decision, from selecting best bulls, selecting best cows. And if we select cows for milk yield, can we do it same for methane? To answer that question, let's look at what we select today in dairy sector. Today, US dairy breeders select their cows for many traits, almost 30 traits in 7 different groups. But look at, there is no methane. Methane is not on the list. Now, imagine if today farmers want to breed cows, produce less methane, what can they do? Nothing, because there are no breeding values for methane in the United States. So no breeding tools. But our group is working on that to change it. To put methane in the list, we need more data. To measure methane, there are different ways. The number one is respiration chamber. The cow stays inside a closed room. We can measure every gas she breathes out. It is gold standard, very, very accurate, but it's expensive. It takes time. It is stressful because it's not her natural environment. And it is hard to measure many cows. Number 2, SF6, sulfur hexafluoride. Number 3, sniffers. Number 4, laser detectors. And number 5, the most important for us is GreenFeed system. It measures methane directly from her breed. As you can imagine, every method has their advantage, like accuracy, cost, scale, stress. For genetic studies, we need more cow, we need more data. On the left, you can see GreenFeed at UW Madison Arlington Research Farm. On the right, you can see GreenFeed on a commercial farm. How does it work? She walks up by herself. She put her head inside the box. The system gives her a small amount of pellet. While she eats, the sensors measures her methane from her breath. GreenFeed works very well in the field, both research farm and commercial farm, but we need more cows. And GreenFeed produces a lot of raw data. To make it useful, our group built a tool. It is called GreenFeed R. Basically, it connects CLOG server, Dolan's raw data, process it, and make standard reports. Before our tool, every group had their messy script, but now we have one consistent pipeline. Now we have data. What's next? The next, definition of the traits. Methane can be expressed different ways. The first, methane production. The cows produce total amount of the gas. The second, methane yield. Methane per unit of diet. The third one is methane intensity. Methane per unit of production. Methane yield and methane intensity are useful, but not powerful because they are ratio traits. And we know ratio traits are not power statistically. So we need to adjust methane according to her body weight, intake, and milk production. That's why we have fourth one, residual methane. Residual methane has two definitions. The first one is residual methane intensity. We regress methane on milk energy and body weight. The second, residual methane yield. We regress methane on dry matter intake. Now, look at one of our study results. This is from UW Madison Arlington Research Farm, 64 lactating Holstein cows. On the y-axis, methane grams per day. The blue dashed line is population average for almost 450 grams per day. Some cows produce around 300 grams per day, but others, under same conditions, they produce more than 600 grams. It is a huge variation, and that's what we exactly want to see, because if there is variation under identical condition, it is because of her genetics. And if there is variation, there is a room for selection. Now remember two traits, residual traits we talked previously. On the x-axis, methane given milk energy and metabolic body weight. On the y-axis, methane given dry matter index. Look at the corners. They tell us a story. The cows on the left corner, they produce less methane than expected. They have negative residuals on both axes. So those are environment-friendly cows. We want them. But cows on the right corner, they produce more than we expected. They are high emitters. We do not want them. So this is the central question of my talk. Our methane traits are heritable. In our data, we have 4,000 lactating Holstein cows across 12 farms. This is one of the largest data ever used to estimate methane heritability in dairy cattle. The heritability of methane production is 0.28. Almost 30% of the variation is genetics. Now, imagine, what can we do with methane? Also, to continue, heritability of residual methane intensity 0.23, and residual methane yield is 0.21. And here, residual feed intake, the heritability of it 0.18. This is a trait. Our group has been working on that. And now, in the US, cows are selected for residual feed intake. So, are methane traits correlated? This is an important question. Because if reducing methane reduces milk yield, no farmers will adopt it. The correlation between methane production and residual methane traits are close to 1. This means they are almost same trait. Whichever one we put breeding goal, we will get same results. But here is the most interesting part. Correlation between methane production and residual feed intake. It is 40%. So if we select cows against methane, we will also improve feed efficiency at the same time, for free. The one target, 2 wins. And this is the last part of my presentation. To summarize, in 3 bottom line, the first one, methane traits are variable between cows. The second, methane is heritable. And third, direct selection on methane is needed. Now, I will invite Afis, a postdoc in our group. He will take it from here. Thank you.